A few weeks ago, we got a ton of rain. It soaked the carpets in our bedroom that we had literally just finished remodeling, and I realized I forgot to tell you exactly what happened. Right after we realized it was coming in and our carpet was wet, we just tried to prevent as much more from coming in as we could by putting up tarps and towels. After getting more than 10 inches of rain, the sun finally came out, and it was time to figure out where the water was coming from, so we took down the curtains and got out the thermal camera. Right away, it looked like it was coming from the doors and running down towards the corner of the room, and you could see the drywall had even started sucking up the water already. We knew the most important step in all of this would be confirming where the water was coming from and preventing that from happening again. So I started tearing out the walls, I tore out the old padding in the carpet, and fortunately we were able to salvage the carpet, but it just kept raining. I got out my level, and just as I thought, the slope did run towards the corner, so that made me think even more that it was coming in by the doors and running down towards the corner. But there was still a spot of insulation that was wet under the window, and sure enough, there were these holes under the window where water was easily coming in. It turns out there were termite treatments that were put in about 20 years ago where they drilled all these holes in the walls and the doors, and the mortar had just come apart over time. You can see water would literally just dump into these holes and go away quickly, so there was obviously plenty of space for it to go. So I filled all of those with a mortar caulk and made sure that everything was sealed around the outside of the house. I let everything dry out for a week with a dehumidifier and fans, and then I put in new insulation and drywall. We did have to replace all of the padding, but we were able to restretch the carpet because it stayed dry. We're now back in our room, and it looks as good as it did before all the chaos.